Now before I show you this next video, I want you to keep in mind that Shining Latios, who is my opponent, and I have both gotten a lot stronger since this battle was recorded. But I don't have any more current videos from him at this point. The next time we do battle and I can upload the battle video, it'll be a much better video. Now for the battle itself. So he starts off with Flamethrower with his Dragonet, which is a pretty good idea, since it'd be super effective against my ninja pass. And I survived the critical hit because I have Focus Sash, which you absolutely need to have on a ninja, basically, if you want to use Baton Pass effectively. So then I have Baton Pass in a Sword Stance and 2 speed boosts onto Gyarados. And that can really become powerful very fast. It's incredibly hard for the opponent to make a good comeback from that without having Focus Sashes. So I do the Ice Fang with Gyarados. And I know it's either a one-hit KO or a survival due to Focus Sash. And that particular Dragon have to be holding Focus Sash. It does Outrage, which was the best attack he had available since he didn't have Thunderbolt at the time on the Dragonet. So I lost like half my life, and then I knock it out. And then he decides to go Scissor, which was probably one of the best Pokemon he could have gone with on there. Then goes with the Bullet Punch to do just under half of my remaining life. While I do a Waterfall. Just really deals massive damage. Yeah. So then he decides to go with an Arcanine. Now since I know that was the Arcanine I had given him, I know exactly what its stats were at the time and what moves it was capable of using. Like, I know it could have done Endure. However, I knew that I was double speed boosted, and if it did do Endure, the Psylocke Berry would activate, and it would only raise the speed 1 level, so I'd still be faster anyway. Then it brings out Suicune, which is kind of expected, but it was certainly a good choice. So then I take away half his life with Earthquake. And he does Surf for around 40 damage. And I do one more Earthquake and it almost knocks him out. Now if it did not have had leftovers on it, I would have got the KO. And probably been home free at that point. But since it did, I got knocked out. So then I switched back to Ninjask because that way I knew I could for sure outrun it in this area, at least for the minor amount of damage I needed to do. And plus I'd get a speed boost free anyway. So then I do Protect because or at least I can Baton Pass in the speed boost. And I decided to go with Scissor because if it did Ice Punch again, it would be resistant, and if it did Thunder Punch, I would still certainly survive without a problem. And the next Scissor I just decided to do because I didn't feel like playing around with doing Sword Stance and all that. So then he goes with Rhyperior here. So I didn't expect Bullet Punch to be a one-hit KO, even with Life Orb attached, just because Rhyperior's HP and defense is just too high for that to happen. Because the Scissor is even Adamant Nature also, which raises your attack even more. This Earthquake does a large amount of damage, and I just barely hang on. So I just go with one more bullet punch just for the knockout. Good games, Shining Latios. I know we'll have another battle and I'll record it and it'll definitely be a much closer match than that was. Good game anyway though.